Now it's time for update 4 here at the Institute for May on the 1225. Bill's still up there pulling away at those bolts. And, well, he's fired it up again, getting back to it. I'm going to show you inside the tender now. I said I'd get in there eventually and show you guys. I brought my light, and I think there's actually a light up there at the moment. We're going to climb on up here and show you a way how this is going up here. It's not this light. There should be another way in there. Yeah. Covers. We got a fan. I think I mentioned this. The jail trustees been working in here recently. We had some guys from Canada in there a couple months ago. Those volunteers. Not sure when they're coming back, but we're gonna see what we can do today. I'm going to try and be in here. Yeah, so looking down in through the hatch here, you see some of the baffle walls. There's the ladder. And there's still some rust, a lot of rust in this area. They cleaned off these other ones. They've been able to paint these walls here. And this is the wood marker. This thing measures the gallons of water that's in there. You see you got 12, 14, 16, 18,000 gallons. It goes all the way up to 22, but you can't see it from that. I'm going to climb on in here and see what we can see. Yeah, I'm going to show you along. It's a little dark. Okay. Okay, we're going to come on down in here. Into the belly of the tender. Okay, right on the floor here. Okay, as you can see, it comes out to a kind of a hollow bottom. I'm actually standing on one of the beams that goes across. This is one of the main beams. It kind of goes concave in the bottom here on the inside. You see where some rust is accumulated in the bottom. There's some cigarettes in here I need to clean out. I don't know how to do it. I mean, smoking inside this area. I guess the fan kind of helps, but yeah, let's see. Okay, here's the light. There we go. Wow, that's bright. That's way better. Okay. Yeah. So you can see this wall's been done, and this one's partially been painted. They're working on the ones behind it. And this is what it did look like beforehand. This one's pretty well cleaned off. We just need to paint it. I gotta be working in these parts. See, there's the wood measure stick in there. It goes all the way. See, even down there, that's still 2,000 gallons. On the other side here, of the baffles, we got some stuff I can show you. Careful. Okay, this is the end of the tender. And not much to see here. Here's the plug for hookups when we run with the auxiliary tender. And the water, I think basically flows by, I think it can flow by a pump, but I think ours runs by gravity feed. Like as one goes lower, the other one fills up, so. Over here is one of the pipes. This one, let's see, get up here so you can Yeah, okay, this is going into the bottom here. This one is one of the pipes. This is the U-tube pipe. It pumps water from the ground. Let's say like a fire hose to fill it up, and puts it into this and comes down this tube, and this is where it empties right into here. It's right in the back here. This thing over here, this I believe is a steam tube. Yeah, looks like it. I believe that's what it is, yeah. That's where steam flows from the engine back into here to keep it from freezing during the winter. Does the same thing with the water thing here. Actually, this one isn't connected, so this might actually just be exhaust. I'm not sure. I'm gonna go back in here and look to make sure. But yeah, even this part's been cleaned off pretty well. This one, I think it has the original primer still on it. It's gray, but it's all chalky. It needs to come off. That's why I don't think it's probably not scale. Yeah, so, yeah. You can tell the difference between the rust and what was painted. There are some holes that have been eaten away in here due to hard service. The locomotive only ran for 10 years when the railroad had it. They had water treatment back then, but it wasn't as good as, like, say, it was today. Okay. Yeah. We're going to come back in here now, show you the difference between the back end and the front end. The back end is pretty much by itself, but the front end, it has to go under the bunker for the coal, or just about anything. You know, any steam locomotive has the bunker for its fuel, be it coal or wood or oil. So the water goes down in between. See, it's already starting to get different. Up here is where the bunker starts. You can see where this might be a problem, where if it rained and mixed with the coal, it gets sulfuric acid, and this is the part where we eat the holes away. But ours, didn't run for very long. Like I said, 1225 only ran for about 10 years before it was retired. And after that, it was painted up outside, and we tried to keep it inside as much as possible when it's not running, to try and keep sulfuric acid from building up. Okay. I think someone else did a video inside of tender on 765. I think it was Lady Berkshire who did that. Anyway, it gets a little deeper in here. You can see the indentation here in the floor. The water just so it makes the water kind of float this way towards the front. And let's see, we got this is the very front of the tender up here. This is the indentation for where the stoker screw goes in. Yeah, the coal, of course, would fall out from the bottom from the top into the bottom and be carried forward into the bottom of the cab and up into the firebox. Yeah. And over there, which I can't get to, not very well. Let's try it. Let me see here. Without hurting myself. Yeah. There we go. And you see where that pipe comes from to go from the engine into the back here. This is, this is what, want to say this is the stoker pipe. If anyone watching this knows a whole lot more about me, please feel free to tell me, correct me when I'm wrong. But anyway, that's one of the pipes. And that over there in that corner would be one of the outlets for the water that gets pumped into the boiler. You can't really see it. I don't know if I can see this one down here. Crawl over this stuff. Yeah. You can see this is the very back. See, it goes down into this pipe here that's actually connected into the corner. And that's what that pipe on the outside goes to. See, it drains out the bottom here, all flows forward into this hole, and is pumped into, on the outside, into the boiler. So that, but it all has to go through the feed water here first. So that way it's at a good enough temperature that it's not hurting the boiler. When it goes in, if it was going cold, that wouldn't be good. Climb back over this stuff here, the ribbing. All these are bathrooms here. The point of these walls is to prevent water from sloshing and moving around too much when the train is in motion, especially when it has to come to a stop. You know, you get, if you're carrying a bucket of water, you know how it sloshes a lot. You know, when you're moving, it's gonna be not so bad unless you're waving the bucket back and forth. But when you stop abruptly, the water's gonna want to keep going. It's part of the laws of motion, as they were. Because think of it, the thing you're carrying is going the same speed you are. That's why you have seatbelts in your car, because you're going the same speed as the car. So this is kind of like a restraint system for the water inside the tender. So it prevents the water from, the water runs into it instead of all going forward, backward, all at the same time. Which could wreak havoc with stopping or even starting the train too. So now we're back on the other side here, and we're gonna see how this all goes. Like I said, the trustees have all been in here. They've done a pretty good job helping this out, as well as the volunteers from Canada. All done a good job. They even painted the pipes too on this part. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot cleaner in here when we get the train going again. So yeah, for update 4 on PM 1225, we're inside the tender, and yeah, it's looking pretty good. Okay.